Hi, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Anthony Sinclair, and it's really great to see you all. So, for those of you who it's your first time, welcome to our session. This is actually our seventh session, and it's our final session. I can't believe it. It's so sad to think it's our final session already, and time has just flown by. Well, now last week we didn't actually have a session, so I'm sure some of you might be a little bit worried if you've forgotten some signs, but I would like to reassure you, don't worry. Today we're going to do a recap of all of the sessions that we've done right from the very start to make sure that you've got all of the signs that you need to be able to have a basic conversation with deaf people. So I want to say a really sincere well done for all of the efforts over the session so far. I mean, honestly, well done, and especially to those who have come to every single session. I know there's some of you, so well done on that. Now, before we do the recap, I wanted to teach you just a few extra signs for today, as you can see the pictures behind me. And these are all nature signs. All right, so we'll go through those first. Then what I'll do is I'll teach you a little bit about emotions. And those two are really important topics. So that's why I wanted to cover them off before we have our final session, before we end our final session. So that's really important in terms of what you see in the world about you and what you want to talk about in terms of holidays, and maybe you're holidaying in nature. And then I thought as well, emotions are important because, well, when you're working with kids, you want to be able to express yourself, well, you want to be able to express yourself anyway, whether you're happy, sad, angry, if something's happened at work, maybe you're having a bad day or you're having a great day. It's all about showing emotion and expressing your emotion, and that's so important. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you our first session, our first set of vocab, and that's nature. So you all ready? Okay. Now, the sign is nature. Okay. So remember our N from the alphabet. N with a little movement. Nature. And you do it 2 times. Nature. And then after that, you do the sign for landscape. So that's this big sweeping movement. So it's nature. So let's do it again. And let's do it one more time. Okay, great. So now you can see some of our pictures. Let's look at the first one. Obviously, it's a beach and it's the sea. So the sign for sea, which I've got here, is C. Some people will sign it one-handed, C, just like that. Or you can do it with both hands, C. Let's do it together. Great. Okay, so now the other word, beach. Beach. Imagine it's as if you're feeling the sand between your fingers. That's the sign for beach. Well done. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's look at this picture. Now, sorry, the picture might not be totally clear, but let me adjust this. Is that better? A bit closer? Okay, so our first word is mountain. The sign is mountain. We'll do it one more time together. Great. Okay. So now, river. which you can see here. River. So it's two fingers together on each hand, just like this, parallel to each other in front of you. And then, now, if you were to sign road, that's straight out in front of you. So road is straight. So this is the sign for road. And this is the sign for river. Let's do that again. Great. Okay, let's move on to our next one. Now, in the UK and Ireland, we don't have any deserts, unfortunately, but I'd love one really hot day, even just to come. But the last 2 weeks actually have been beautiful weather. It's lovely. It's been lovely. In Northern Ireland, I think it's been about 18 up to 21 degrees, actually, which has been brilliant for Northern Ireland. I think most people are really happy. Now, whenever it gets to 24, 25, that might be a bit too hot because we're not used to that sort of temperature. Imagine us being in the desert in Africa. My goodness, that would be really hot. Okay, so the first word is desert. And this is the sign. So what we're actually signing is dry. So that's the sign for dry. So it's desert when you add dry to landscape. Desert. Let's do it one more time together. Now, camel. This is the sign for camel. Well done, everyone. Let's keep going. All right. Sorry, the reflection's a bit hard, makes it a bit hard to see here. But what it actually says is waterfall. And there's a picture here. Now, the Northern Ireland sign, if you remember a while ago, I was teaching you about food and drinks. So that's why it's different, and we were talking about the different regions across the UK. Now, in Northern Ireland, the sign is water, just like our drink, water, fall. Waterfall. Okay, now the English, Scottish, and Welsh, so the GB sign. Water, fall. So remember the difference between waterfall in Northern Ireland and waterfall in the rest of the UK. Okay. Now we've got one more sheet to look at. So our next word is forest, but actually I'm going to teach you the sign for tree first. So this is our sign for tree. Okay? And now forest is signed like this, forest. So you can see one tree is one arm up in the air, and then lots and lots of trees make up a forest, and that's why you use two arms moving forward to show lots of trees. Let's do that again. And can you see how it's moving forward? Forest. Okay, now two more words for us. Park. And this is the sign, park. So my thumb's bent in with your four fingers pointing up, across to your shoulder, park. And we've got one more word for us today. Oh, lake. I was going to sign it wrong there. Lake. I'm always thinking of food. Do you know what I almost signed? I actually almost signed pizza. I think I'm dreaming about my pizza tonight. I'm going to have to get one. So that's the sign for lake. This is just simple. Drawing a circle in front of you for lake. Okay, now let's test what you remember. So I'm going to sign something and you've got to guess what it is that I'm signing. Ready? And I'm going to have a look at the comments and see what you're saying. Okay? So what is this sign? Ready? And the answer? It's desert. Okay, now our second sign. And the answer? Sea. Now, number 3. Great. And the answer is park. Now, number 4. And the answer is camel. Number 5. And the answer is river. Now, number 6. And the answer is beach. Now, number 7. And the answer is forest. Okay, number 8. And the answer is lake. Now, number 9. And the answer is mountain. Let's do one more. Number 10. And the answer is nature. Brilliant. Well done. I was keeping an eye on the comments and everyone's absolutely right. It's amazing. Okay, so now we've finished with the topic behind me. Now we're going to talk about our emotions. I'm going to hold up some pictures for you to see. I've got too many to start sticking them up, so I'll hold them up to the camera instead. Okay? Happy. This is the sign for happy. So I am happy. Are you happy? Now, in Northern Ireland, we sign sad by signing it like this. Sad. In the rest of the UK, they'll sign it like this. Sad. Angry. This is the sign for angry. Confident. This is the sign for confident. So it's a C hand shape, and you start at your tummy and bring it all the way up as you're feeling great. Confident. Sick. Sick. So it's your second finger to your forehead. Or you can sign it like this with your baby fingers going down your chest. It's ill or sick. Sick. Surprised. This is the sign for surprised. Excited. This is the sign for excited. So again, it's the second fingers. Excited. Or in England, you can sign it like this. Excited, with all your fingers. So it's either your second finger or all those fingers. Scared. This is the sign for scared. Love. This is the sign for love. Or love with closed fists. We've got one more. Embarrassed. So in Northern Ireland, we sign it like this. Embarrassed. In the rest of the UK, in GB, we sign it like this. Embarrassed. Some regions might sign it slightly differently, like this. Embarrassed. Okay, now I'm going to check what you remember. So going through our emotions, and I'll be keeping an eye on the comments to see what your answers are. Ready? Okay, number 1. And the answer is scared. Now, number 2. And the answer Happy. Now number 3. And the answer is confident. Now number 4. And the answer is angry. Number 5. And the answer is love. Okay, number 6. And the answer is surprised. Number 7. And the answer is sad or sad. Number 8. And the answer is embarrassed. Or embarrassed, or the sign can be embarrassed. Number 9. And the answer is sick or ill. Now, let's do one more. Number 10. And the answer is, now this is a hard one, emotions. This is the sign for hungry, Liz. Yeah. Hungry. Good try. Okay. Well done, everyone. Gosh, so many correct answers. I'm amazed. It's brilliant. Okay, right. So now let's have a bit of a conversation because it's really important. Because if you imagine meeting a deaf person or deaf people in real life, you can't say, oh, hang on, I need to practice, and then practice putting together signs into a sentence. Why don't we practice now together? And then that means whenever you do meet a deaf person, you can have a conversation. So have a conversation with me now. Now, unfortunately, I can't see all of you, but I do know that you're signing back to me. So I'm going to use my imagination to imagine your responses, and we'll try and have a conversation together. Okay? Okay. So imagine you're meeting me now. I'll say, hello. So from now on, the interpreter's not going to voice over anything, and we're just going to have a conversation, you and I. So now you have to ask me a question. So in terms of, we can't see each other, so we're going to do some questions now, but I'll ask the questions and then I want you to respond. And then the next time we do the conversation, you can ask the same questions. You can practice asking the questions and I'll answer them. Okay? So I'll just ask questions and you respond this time. So that's all our conversation at this point. That's just what we're doing for now. Okay, ready? Okay. So I hope you were able to respond to my questions, and I hope you understood my questions. So now we're going to have our second conversation. This time, how we're going to do it is that I'm going to ask a question, you then respond. Sorry, that was the first way we did it. Then so now you ask a question and I respond. Okay? Ready? Okay. So, the Northern Ireland sign is nice to meet you. So this is nice, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. In England and Wales and Scotland, the sign is nice. Nice to meet you. Oh, well done, Sue. That's great. I know it can be a bit nerve-wracking if you do see a deaf person and approaching them and thinking, how do you approach them? I know it can be hard and I know it can make you nervous. But if you do approach someone, just give a simple wave, have a basic conversation. And the sign, you'll get carried away with all the signs that you don't know you know. So that'll help you. And it's been so lovely because, well, we we will be able to, as deaf people, we will be able to adjust, how we interact. Now, some deaf people will be able to speak, some won't, but we will try our best to adapt. But even if you adapt a little bit, just to meet in the middle, just a little bit of sign language will just make all the difference. So you can, yeah, so you can speak and sign. It'll be marvelous. And then, you can have, it just opens up the opportunity to have a conversation. Okay, great. Now, I know the weather is beautiful all across the UK, but I don't want you to be stuck indoors for too much longer while the beautiful weather's there. So I want you to go out and enjoy yourselves. I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you for attending and for being motivated and interested in learning some sign language. Remember, it's not just today, for all the sessions. So thank you to everyone who's come across all the sessions. I really hope you've enjoyed learning some sign language. And I really do think it's going to make such a big difference for the deaf community and for the people that you interact with. So also, I want to say a massive thank you to Virtual Village Hall for offering me the opportunity to come and teach you all today and through all the sessions through Facebook Live. It's just absolutely fantastic. And I've really enjoyed my experience. It's been great. So thank you, Virtual Village Hall. And I want to say thank you to the interpreter for today, Sally, and then the other interpreters that we worked with who popped in for the other sessions. Denise, thank you as well. So thank you all. Take care, look after yourselves, and have a really great summer. Fingers crossed it's going to be good weather, hey? Great. Bye, everyone. Bye.